Big news just came in as the SEC wants to classify XRP like ETH, which maybe means they give them the golden pass. Along with Paulo saying the U.S. capital is key to the crypto boom, 21 shares is liquidating ETFs, and the stablecoin bill is headed to the floor.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Yeah, you heard me right. XRP getting the golden pass like ETH. But before we get into the crypto news, and I've got some juicy stuff for you. Your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it where? At the beginning of the next video. Jeremy Touche, channel member, dropping support on us. Thank you much, Jeremy. Jeremy says, I like good news. I even watched Patrick Bet-David talk about Ripple and XRP. Point being, XRP has people talking, and I didn't expect to hear talking about it. To me, that's a good sign. Hopefully, we can get even more people talking about it, keep us front and center, and keep hodling. Jeremy, I completely agree. If that's one of the cool things with XRP is it didn't matter what was happening with the SEC, didn't matter what happened with the ETFs, XRP stayed relevant, and you have even more people now talking about it. How do you stay cool in crypto? Well, you got to be hot, spicy, naughty, and what? Relevant, and XRP is. Maria Delar says they clearly don't want XRP pumping and leading the market and possibly dethroning Bitcoin just yet. FUD news gets released every time XRP is pumping, especially when it's pumping and Bitcoin isn't. Well, before we pass BTC, we got to pass ETH, and I think the news that's coming out is going to let us know that that's probably going to happen. AVTQ says it'd be impossible to argue that America is not already the crypto capital of the world because they're certainly fucking it for the planet Earth at the moment. Yes, U.S. money is the key to crypto. Not just U.S. money, players wanting U.S. money is also the key to crypto. Look at Paulo. Yeah, he's going to talk to us about it. But first, Bitcoin sitting at 80,509. We've been maintaining 80 today. I'm happy for at least that. ETH 1845. Ooh, sucks to be you, ETH, because you ain't going anywhere fast. XRP 222. H-bar 18.5. XLM 26.8. Sweet at 212. ADA can't hold 70 cents at 69.3. And Sol's at what? 121. Crypto trading volume plunges 63% despite market cap recovery. So that's okay. Right? As long as volume doesn't like fall off the absolute like deep end and go pre-November levels, we're okay. You're going to see a lot of stories out there about, volume down 50%, volume down 80%. They're comparing it to the insano wacko times that we've had from November through February. All right? We are still way higher than where we were in terms of crypto volume since before the election. Here, I'll give you an idea. XRP's typical volume, 1 to 2 billion a day. That was before the November election stuff. Right now, we're at down volume time. 5.5 billion. You see what I'm saying? We're still good. So keep your eyes on the FUD with this. Now, let's keep learning because that's the point. This sharp drop raises concerns about fading momentum, suggesting that the recent uptrend may not be as strong as it appears. Additionally, market cap data from CoinMarketCap reflects a similar trend, showing that trading volume peaked in early March 2025 before retreating by 52%. Yeah, everything is going to look bad if you compare it to absolute bonkers world. Hey, any of you dudes out there ever had a chick that was pregnant, right? It's like, she weighs so much more now. Yeah, compared to when she wasn't pregnant. You see my point? And then when she's done having the kid and loses the weight, like, oh my God, her weight's down 30-40%. Yeah, because her weight was up a ton being prego. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't think of any other example, okay? And I have a family member that just announced they're recently prego, so it's in my mind, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. Echoing these observations, analytics firm Sentiment highlighted a noticeable shift in trader sentiment. Sentiment, love it. Noting on X that crypto-wide trading volume has steadily declined since the 27th of February peak. I can tell you that also with the views and the overall interest in crypto, like Google search trends and so forth, but XRP still remains relevant, and that's the key. All right. Senate advances stablecoin bill with bipartisan support. Kind of. They got a couple Democrats to help them out with this. It went from subcommittee now to the floor, but there's some deets in here. Senator Haggerty's Genius Act, aiming to establish a regulatory guidelines for stablecoin issuers, advanced to the Senate floor today after the Banking Committee markup. If there's bipartisan support for the legislation, it was not apparent during today's debate. Democrats put forth a number of amendments to the bill, urging lawmakers to adopt further protections against money laundering and stricter guidelines. Republican committee members voted against all of Senator Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas' proposed amendments, often with little debate. Maybe Warren is losing her power and pull after all. Too bad Deaton couldn't beat her. Haggerty and Senator Lumens' act, main champions, argued the current bill includes AML provisions, robust reserve guidelines, and a strict registration process. At one point, Warren criticized her Republican colleagues and accused them of steamrolling Democrats to advance the bill. Isn't that what happened with Obamacare when the Democrats were in? In the end, 4 Democrats, Warner, Kim, Blunt, Rochester, and Gallego, voted to move the bill out of committee into the floor. So there was some Democratic support. And this is how it works, right? You go to subcommittee. They marked it up, so now the Senate will vote on it, okay? Once the Senate votes on it, if it passes, it then goes to the House. Then the House votes on it, and they're like, hey, we're cool with this, or you know what, we're not cool with it, we want some provisions, they can kick it back, go back and forth. Either way, if it passes the Senate, then passes the House, that goes to the presidency. That's why stablecoins are growing massively, because we've got these stablecoin bills garnering large amounts of traction. Now, let's stick with the stablecoin theme, and then we're going to talk some XRP juiciness. Golden Pass. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, dudes. Your chick gave you the Golden Pass? Paulo Ardonio, Tether's growth is fueled by global demand for U.S. dollars. So it's not only U.S. dollars that are fueling the crypto boom, and I'm sorry for those of you who do not live in the United States that you're being tugged by the United States, because we still got some problems here in the States. But now we're learning that players in crypto want U.S. dollars, and they want to get into those stables. Ardonio stated during a Bloomberg TV interview on Thursday, hey, that's today, breaking news, hit that subscribe button, that the Trump administration's recently proposed stablecoin bill can provide regulatory clarity and would benefit the role of digital dollars. You ready to see what Paulo said? He said this. The bill would unlock very much clarity on the stablecoin role for the future of the U.S. dollar and how we should manage it in a very safe and serious way. He emphasized that Tether's growth has been remarkable, particularly in emerging markets and developing countries where the company sees around 40 million new wallets added each quarter. Basically what he's trying to say is, look, so many people want to get into the US dollar, and stablecoins give an opportunity to get exposure to that US dollar and earn a little bit of action on that. So what Paulo is saying is, look, US dollar, we want it to be strong because then players will want to touch the US dollar digitally with USDT, USDC, and so forth. We're also learning that USDT, USDC, and other stables are at record amounts right now. So yes, volume has gone down, but there is bonkers insano cash parked on the sideline. Now, for every ETF that we want, there's some that we don't want, and there's some that get delisted, and I'm sharing that with you. Because as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, they're linked in the description, below. All right, 21 shares to liquidate 2 ETFs. Sorry, girlfriend, you're a loser. 21 shares in ARK Investment Management from ARK Invest. The fund's investment sub-advisor remain committed partners and look forward to advancing regulated crypto products in the market. The ETF scheduled for liquidation are the following Bitcoin futures and Ethereum futures. Active Bitcoin Ethereum strategy along with on-chain Bitcoin strategy. Essentially, this is what happens, okay? Something doesn't make them enough money, there's not enough juice, not enough action, not enough selling of a product. Think of like when you go to the grocery store. If a product doesn't sell, they're not going to put it perfectly at eye level. No, they're going to yank that shit off the shelves. That's what's happening here. They're yanking the shit off the shelves. Now, let's talk about putting stuff on the shelves. Like XRP right next to ETH. Oh, baby, this is the news you wanted. By the way, happy Thursday. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was nervous about my race on Saturday, but I'm covering it up so no one notices. SEC considers classifying XRP as a commodity in settlement talks with Ripple. Ooh, baby. The SEC is considering classifying XRP as a commodity in its ongoing settlement talks with Ripple Labs. Fox Business senior correspondent Charles Gasparino reported. Gasparino said that the SEC, they're using ETH as a benchmark in order to build a case for either classifying XRP as a commodity or maintaining its classification. Ethereum, despite its initial fundraising through an ICO, is now considered by the SEC to trade as a pure commodity. According to the reporter, Ethereum's regulatory treatment, their golden pass, we know about it, has emerged as a key comparison point to both XRP and ETH were initially used to fund network development. David Schwartz says that there are some differences because XRP was pre-mined and distributed differently from typical ICO models. Now, what we're getting is the juicy rumors. And the rumors are that they're just going to settle this thing. They're going to wipe the penalty completely away. That's 125 million. Classify XRP as a commodity, which would mean what? It would mean then the SEC isn't responsible for regulating XRP. That's freaking awesome, right? Yeah, baby, this is good news. Now, mind you, it's still a rumor, but Gasparino and Tourette, all right, have been breaking the story, and they have been accurate AF. So when they report something, I'm listening. And I just sent my wife a naughty Snapchat, and she responded to me with a big negatory, big guy. Damn it, it's not all markets that are hot right now. But the crypto market is doing good as we're holding the majority of our gains. Zooming on into XRP, you can see a lowercase b, lowercase d that happened today. That's pumperoni and dumperoni for all you lay folk out there. Zooming out to the 1 month, all right, look. This isn't hot right now at 220. It's not. When we start getting like 260, 270, the markets really start opening up. The excitement really starts brewing. When we get like to that 210, 205, $2 mark, the market gets excited there too because it's major buying opportunities. So right now, we're in the XRP meh zone. The nice thing is, though, is with Gasparino and Tourette giving us the news about being regulated as a commodity, that would mean no more overreach with the SEC. That would also mean quite a bit of different rules would apply to XRP than to other cryptos, and that's a good thing. Did it translate to price today? No, it didn't. We've got macros right now pressing on us. We've got tariffs, trade wars, we got inflation stuff, we've got rates being high for a while, government shutdown stuff we got to worry about. So yeah, I brought you good news, but the overall market is a little shaky right now. Stablecoin volumes are building. We've seen that. Players out there are like, yo, volume is down overall. Yeah, we get that. We're still holding our value pretty well despite the volume going down. I agree with that. We're getting some stablecoin regs being pushed through, which is helping the money build the stablecoins. But then what happens? Buy the rumor, sell the news. So all these players that are getting into stables, are they getting into stables waiting for the safety to then get back into the crypto market? Jeremy brought up in the beginning XRP being relevant. And that's why I bring your comments, right? Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. He's right. XRP is staying relevant. The court case sucked. But because of the court case, you got constant updates in regards to XRP. Because of all the players that want to launch ETFs with XRP, we get constant updates. It stays relevant. And as I shared with you earlier, the volume is still 5 to 2.5 times higher than what it normally was before the November election. So, am I excited with where we're at right now, price-wise? No, because, we're not in a zone where you'd buy or not in a zone where most people would sell for mega profits, right? But we're holding strong. And we're holding strong despite a bunch of negative economic factors out there looming, while we have some positive news brewing in our backyard. XRP to get the golden pass like ETH? Ooh, that would be hot. Now here's what I'll tell you. The timing of this stuff, yeah, it kind of sucks because there's some bad macros looming over our head, and right now that's absorbing a lot of the action in the market. The stock market, too, is pulling back because there are fears of trade wars and tariffs and all that kind of stuff over there. And we're seeing that the crypto market, being even more volatile, like the most volatile market out there, is definitely pulling back its volume. But the values are holding fairly strong for the majority of our cryptos. Are we at all-time highs? No, of course not. So like when I shared that story with you earlier where players are like, oh, we're down 60% from peak volume. No shit, because you're comparing it to peak. We're probably also down 50% price-wise from peak prices. Yeah, if you compare everything to peak, that's how it goes. So when the chick is preggo and she's at her peak weight, you're like, oh, you just put on 30% of your weight. She's like, I've got a reason. And then when she loses the weight, you're like, oh, see what I'm... No, don't bring that up because you'll get into a lot of trouble. Seriously, the whole, family member prego thing, it's just, in my head. A recent announcement. But the point is that volume is going down, stables are building, stablecoin regs are advancing. And stablecoin players right now are like, yo, we're sitting on the sidelines. We're not getting out of crypto. If stablecoin, market cap was to go down and players were to exit into fiat, yo, I would be scared AF. But right now, what are we seeing? We're seeing players leave the alts, leave some BTC, and swing on into the stables. That's a good sign because they're not leaving the market completely. They're leaving it just one step away from swapping their USDC, USDT for a little bit of XRP and others. Speaking of XRP getting the golden pass from ETH, that would be juicy, by the way. I bet you my wife snapped me back another big negatory. Boo. But it's good. The golden pass, I'm sure we wish would have happened sooner, but look, we'll take what we can get. Hell, we'll take the fact that they're even thinking about getting rid of the penalty altogether, which would be great for us, and again, keep us relevant in the news. And we can thank ETFs for that, because ETFs are going to be relevant for XRP all year. So all year long, you're going to keep hearing the news about ETFs, trading volume, and so forth. XRP is going to stay relevant, the channel is going to stay relevant, and so are you. So maybe I'll share your comment at the beginning of the video. Choo choo, bitches.